Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. Yes, it is a one day before July 4th, obviously. But yes, we have some news and updates. As you can see on the thumbnail, why am I out of focus? Yes, as you can see on the thumbnail, we've had some news yesterday. We signed a good central defender from Mansfield Town, a quote-unquote rival, I guess you could say. But yes, bye-bye. Producer Ann is leaving, so sorry about that. Sorry, there's a little hiccup in the interweb there before I came on, which is why I had a brain fart stroke there. But yes, it says looking at Lew. So we're gonna take a quick look at Lewis Brunt, who came in yesterday, 23-year-old. I did a little bit of research, touched some buttons, listened to a few comments about this young defender, and I'm actually very, very excited about it. I think we're going to start rocking and rolling here. There's been some things out there, said about like some other players we're looking at, Wes Harding and who else we have on there? Wes Harding and Joe Morrell and what's the other guy's name? Tom Bradshaw. What the hell his name is? Yeah, Bradshaw. Where is it? The internet is all. Yeah, Tom Bradshaw. We'll see. We'll see what's happening out there. But smash a like on the video, get involved in the chat, and let's rock and roll and do this. Marie from SoCal is in. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. On our way to 900 subscriptions. Get our way to 1,000 before the season starts, which is great. And if you're asking why I'm like huddled up in the dark room here, it's because it's 110 out here in Palm Desert. So we are just cuddled in. Even having the light on here at 7:23 in the morning is risky. It's risky. So Marie from SoCal says hi. Adam Cruz is also in there. It says sup everybody, and John H says howdy. So let's dive into a little bit. Listen, great signing. I think this is a really good signing and a good intent, and I like the age profile of him. He's like I said, last year he was sitting next to Aiden Flint. He came in after they had an injury to one of the other center halves there, so he came in. He wasn't. He wasn't expected there, but he was a lone player, and it sounds like he came in from Kilgore. Apparently, he's a lone player, and I'm sure falling in love with lone players is not something you want to do. I think they mentioned that on one of the other shows, but it's a great signing for us. Ball playing midfielder likes to get on the ball, likes to push forward a little bit, from what I'm hearing. Sees himself as like a central defensive midfielder. So I look at this triangle of awesomeness between Stash, Gio, and this young gentleman, Lewis Brunt here. Looking at you, Lou. Looking at those three, same profile of a player. And although he's a bit younger, which is great, he's got obviously a good pedigree coming from Leicester City, dropping down to Mansfield, knows how to win. So I think this is really a really smart signing. He scored 2 goals last year. His stats I had his stats up here a second ago, but they're not showing now. Of course they're not showing now, because we go live and things happen. So his stats last year, he played 3,503 minutes. He was 77% tackle rate, 63% aerial dual success rate, like a little bit more there actually, even though he is 6'2", and 87% pass completion. So I like it. I like him a little bit to be better in the air. Apparently, he likes to get forward. Doesn't track back too well. The couple times it happened last year that didn't. He needed to sort that out. So maybe a little bit more discipline. Granted, he's only 23 years old, so a lot to come. But here are his stats on FOTMob before we talk about it real quick. Under 23, he's 23 years old. His birthday is coming up in November, so he'll be 24 soon. He's got 2 goals in the league. In League 2, he scored 28. He played 2,812 minutes. He had 1 assist. He started 33 times, 34 matches. 5 yellow cards. Take that note. Speaking of the discipline part of things, that's pretty good. For a center half, only get 5 yellow cards in 34 matches total in the league. That's really good. Look at some of the, he was a 6-1 against us on March. Good player, Colchester United, 8.3, 7.8, 6.5, 6.5. A little inconsistent there. NK Dons, he looks like he got beat up a little bit there, but those are just stats on the paper. But it's about the quality of the player, what we're going to sign, and what the future is. This I thought was really cool. Talking about Parkinson, and we'll get a little bit more into that. Parkinson says we're hopeful of getting more signings over the line. We'll talk about that in a second. But let me see this right here. Phil Parkinson believes. My internet is so slow here, so I'm very, very, very sorry about that. Let's see, get that out of the way. Is it jinking up for you guys? Let me know how the stream is. if it's bad. And Wrexham signed center back Lewis Brunt from Leicester City. This we talked about yesterday. There he is, signing the contract, signing the thing. It says Lewis Brunt is a player of a lot of potential after making the center back his second new signing of the summer. He said Brunt, he had a season-long loan at Mansfield Town, 23-24, making 40 appearances in total in all comps. The Stags secured the third-place finish in League Two, an automatic promotion as we were runners-up. So during his time at Leicester, Brunt made 8 first-team appearances, including 2 in the Premier League, which is great. He had a loan spell at Gloucester City and started his career with Aston Villa. Now the 23-year-old will now line up with League One for the first time. Watched his interview yesterday. He's very calm, composed. He played against us last year. He played against us last year. Now he's going to be on the other side of things. So I'm hoping that he comes over and he just hits the ground running. I think, like I said, I think he's coming in to start. Or obviously going to compete for the starting position. But the best thing about this is that we have depth. So he is, have depth, and he's young, and he can grow with us. And again, last year having Aiden Flint next to him, who is a really good center half for his age and his profile, having him next to him, having our guy Brunt there next to him last year is good. Similarly to how O'Connell was next to Max and helping him get up to speed on those things. So it's great. So, hey, brother, how you doing? Aaron, what's going on? How are you? Happy almost 4th of July. Everyone be safe out there on the 4th, obviously. Parkinson went on to say that he's a really good player, has a lot of potential. Leicester had him in and around the squad for a number of years and let him go out on loan last season. It was his first real taste of league football with Mansfield in terms of playing consistently. It's always been interesting to see how players cope with the rigors of league football, and he did really well. And it was a very tough division, and it was a very tough division. Last League Two is man's league. He made a contribution for Mansfield, and I feel he will improve for that this season, and we're really looking forward to working with him. We think the player who is very capable of growing with us, and we're pleased to have completed his signature. And I think that's huge too. He said the ambitions of the club yesterday, and if you watch the behind the scenes how it went down. Parkinson said he's been watching him. He saw him play against us a couple times. So Parkinson had his eyes on him. Yesterday, everyone was like, oh, it's going to be Bradshaw, Joe Morrell, things like this happening out of the blue, which is great. And, there's probably a lot more of that happening. And going back to this, what I was saying here about this comment from the gaffer, talking with BBC Sport Wales. We're in talks with several clubs and several players. We have targets that are really good players, and I'm hopeful we can get a few over the line. We're not where we want to be yet. We've got work to do. Work to be done, but we know that. So that's a good sign to know that, hey, they know we have work to do. We're going into a division he knows very, very well, and we're not ready yet. Fine, and that's totally fine. We may not be ready yet, and I don't think we are. If we're going to make a huge push, going up into back to back, I think it's huge. So let's see here. Marie from SoCal. Any update? Club not signing a lease with Wrexham Trust since January. Nope, I don't have that, but we can look into it for you, Marie. Number 2, these are orders right here in order. Number 2, training ground update. Mullen mystery surgery, and when he will be back. So the Mullen thing, obviously everyone noticed he wasn't in the training, getting prep. Apparently he had a surgery. No one knows what it is. Some are saying he's out for a while, which I don't want to see that going into. Look what happened last year. Something will come out eventually about it. Him getting back up to speed, whatever the mystery surgery is. I don't like it. So we'll look into that a little bit, but there's a lot of rumors and hearsay. I don't have anything off the top of my head. If I do hear anything, Marie, I'll let you know. So let's see here. So Adam Cruz says, and how are you? So when is our first preseason game, and how many more signings do you think we're going to get for there? I'm thinking 2 to 3. So the first preseason game is on the 13th. It's on the 13th against Hanley. It's away. It's the day before. It's the day before they leave on the 14th to come to California and Canada. Just want to make sure I say that every single time, because people think that I think that Canada is in the United States of America, and they let me know that all the time. It's not. Canada and Vancouver, which is in Canada. So yes, that's when. That's in 10 days. How many players? I think I'd like to get in 2 more players. That's really ambitious. 1 would be great. 2 would be awesome. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's a lot going on behind the scenes. What he's saying right there, we have targets and players. We're hopeful. We're not there yet, which means that he knows that we're not there yet, and we're going to get players in. Now, this just kicked off before we got on, noticeably, and we'll talk about this in a second here. We'll talk with the moving of the games in a second here. But this is the Hanley Town match right there. It's away, 5 a.m. my time. If I can watch it, I'll watch it. I'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that in a second, Marie. We'll do that in a second. So this is the teams. There was a back and forth, as you could notice. Not set yet, but there's AO. But up front here, there's a couple players missing on there, which is Bickerstaff. And this is like I just noticed this before because it was in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get into the Discord. Obviously, this isn't set yet, but Bickerstaff and Billy Dubs aren't on there. But oddly enough, Callum Edwards is, and Dalby. So, but I'd like to see Dalby go out alone, and Harry Ashfield, which I take notice of a young player coming through. So, but this isn't done yet. But I noticed that because someone mentioned it. I think it was Paddy Power in there, but not done. But I think there's going to be some changes happening coming through, and we're not done with. We're not done with signings, and I think that's going to happen. So I'd like to see two kid in between now and next week. Do I think we can do it? Absolutely. And if you fire up the printer, hold on, let me see if I can touch the buttons here. I'm going to fire up the printer. You got to stick to what works. Wait a second here. I thought this was great too. Ooh, did I screw that up? I probably did. There. There we go. I thought this was really clever. This is what I love about this club. This is what I really love about this club. Let me bring that down. Actually, I'm going to see if that's make that bigger. Okay. The player contract yesterday also brought up some fun stuff. This is what's fun about this club. What's great. It's like you look at the player contract, pops out, HB printer. We're all sitting there watching this old technology happen. But in there, Brian, a clever background, and then obviously hilariously funny and creative. The contract, Mr. Lewis Brunt. This contract entered into as of July 1st, 2024 by and between yourself and Wrexham AFC. The term of the contract. This contract is effective from July 1st, 2024 and shall continue into June 30th, 2027, unless terminated earlier in accordance with the provisions herein. 2, position, defender. The player agrees to perform this role as goalkeeper. Role as goalkeeper to the best of their abilities, including and attending all training sets and matches and promotion. So, all right, there's a typo there too. So this must have been they forgot to change that in there because this is AO was the one before that. So they might have not changed that, or they did it on purpose to see if we would notice. Little nuggets there. Love the little nuggets. Number 3, duties. This player agrees to buy all teammates Wrexham lager at the turf when promoted. Yes. They will refrain from speaking about the movie of the Green Lantern, Ryan's favorite movie, I'm sure. And they will not ask Rob McElhenney who he is. Number 4, code of conduct. The player promises to attend lavish promotion party in Las Vegas, Nevada. For any further questions, the traditional what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas applies here. They must also never visit Chester. Awesome. Image rights. The player grants the club to use his name, image, and likeness for promotional and marketing purposes related to the club's activities. Their likeness may also be used in unnecessarily outlandish birthday pranks by the co-chairman. This is great. I also, like I said, I looked at it earlier. I didn't notice the typo in their role as goalkeeper, unless they did that on purpose. But I thought that was very clever of them to do that. So little nuggets here, and I love it. So that's the player contract, which also made a little bit of a buzz yesterday. The internet seems to be really screwy down here. So let me know if it sucks at that. And I'll go back to this. This is another article on Lewis Brunt, which 23 years old, 40 games. He said, I'm over the moon to get the deal signed over the line. I can't wait to get going. He said the ambition of the club. Everyone knows the story behind Wrexham. It's great history, great ambition, and where it wants to go. So that journey is good. It's a good feeling. He wants to be a part of it. Came out of the Villa Academy and Birmingham center back, born 4 times at Leicester, played at Leicester. Phil Park said he's a very good young player. He's a very, very good young player. And that's the profile I want to keep going after. That's the profile. So going back to this, Adam, let me know if that answers. Drew does whatever. That surgery has me a little worried. Me too. The Bullen surgery has me a little worried. I don't know what that means. And I don't know what the injury is. So whatever it could be, having surgery is never good. Having surgery is never good, unless, so I'm hoping that it's something not very serious. Who knows? When we find out more, we'll get into it a little bit more. I don't know why I have this JCPenney ad. There's Brunt stats up there. I'm going to pull these down as we go through so I don't get confused. Yeah, so that's it. The transfer stuff I'll do in a second. But another thing that dropped today, which is very important, was this right here. The fixture news: Bolton and Birmingham matches will be to be televised. Yes, they're going to be televised. Sorry, I might have to clear that off. TV broadcast dates out today. We have 2 matches moved. Yes, there's been 2 matches moved. And we knew this was going to happen with the Birmingham match. They asked to move it to America, the United States of America. Yeah, 2 of our matches have been moved. And they said they would give us ample warning time. And technically they did. So it is July 3rd. So fixtures: Bolton and Birmingham matches to be televised. Yes. Wrexham AFC's away matches against Bolton Wanderers and Birmingham City will both be broadcast live on Sky Sports with the new dates for each fixture. Check this out. So this is over in the UK for the Sky Sports up in the US. Not sure how it's going to work out. Probably ESPN, iFollow, not sure, but the dates have changed. So let's pay attention to this. Our trip to Bolton, our first away game of the Sky Bet League One season, will now take place Sunday, August 18th, which just feels right around the corner. And there's so much that can happen between now and obviously the 10th, but the 18th, signings, travel here, all that stuff, will now take place Sunday, August 18th. Kickoff time, 3 p.m. Don't understand why the blackout always happens. With live match coverage on Sky Sports Football. So the match away to Birmingham City, meanwhile, will now take place on Monday, September 16th, and the kickoff is at 8 o'clock. So that's a noon my time. 8 o'clock for the UK, and will also be on live on Sky Sports. These televised matches are in addition to the opening game of the season, which Wycombe Wanderers on Saturday, August 10th, which has already been confirmed as a 5:30 kickoff with all EFL matches and the opening weekend to be broadcast. So does that mean that these? So it looks like our opening match will also was already scheduled, but that match will also be on Sky as well. As part of the new 5-year deal, Sky Sports and the EFL broadcast deal, which launches this season, the league also has confirmed, has also defined how the TV selections will work for regular weekend matches selected for broadcast and what it looks like. A detailed explanation is provided below. All the TV selections will be confirmed up for the period up to the FA Cup 3rd round in early January prior to the start. International supporters will still be able to stream every game live, which is great for me and us as we do live watch-alongs. So there's a little bit more here. Scheduled slots. With the uplift of matches, fans can expect a following template for broadcast selection matches regular weekend. So we can look at this too. Regular weekend games. Look at this. This is on the EFL website. But 2 of our matches, Bolton and Birmingham, I was guaranteed that Birmingham was going to get moved because of the Tom Brady of it and all that crap. So and then the Robin Ryan stuff. So that is happening. That moved today. But it is what it is. And more for us, we can handle it. We've been on live television globally before. We can handle it. So is Birmingham City. But it's good for the league. It's good for our club. It's good for, I'm going to say something that sounds so shitty. Good for the brand. There you go. And also, everyone's going to hate us anyways, unless we're not supporting the club. So bring it on. Bring it on. Siege mentality. Ready to rock and roll. I think Brunt is cover competition for Stash. Our form dipped when Stash was hurt. Now we have a ball-playing defender to step in that situation. I think exactly it. He's got the same makeup profile as O'Connor, and I really like him. And I think between him and between Brunt and Stash and Gio, those are the 3. What happened last year, losing Gio and Stash in the middle of the season, that was it for me. I think we would have won the league if we didn't lose them. That was our dip in form, and albeit AO got hurt as well. But nonetheless, I think you're right. I think he's a ball-playing midfielder. You probably could see him in midfield. Sorry, ball-playing defender that could play midfield at some point too. He's not going to change his shape, but he'll play on that left side, and on the right side will be probably a battle. If they're talking about bringing this other guy in, Wes Harding, we'll see. We'll talk about that in a second. But there's going to be a battle at the back line. We needed defenders. We got rid of like 4, so we needed defenders. That's it. We talked TV broadcasts were out today. Good shout, Aaron, by the way. Adam says, so the kit's not out yet, so close to preseason. Do you think we're going to wait for the first game to show them that you go? No, I think those kits will be out. If they don't, listen, the global tour coming out in 2 weeks, they will be wearing those kits on the pitch. Hands down, have to do it out here in America and Canada. They have to be for marketing purposes. I'm not sure, but they are late. It was June 6th last year they came out, but they are late. And I think that we will have them on when we're playing in California and Canada. Wrexham Twitter not happy about Monday with Birmingham. What do you see? What do you got? Wrexham the account, or what is there? Just people in general moving it to Monday. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. But that's also people have to come away from work to do that. Things like that. 8:00 Monday night. Yeah, it's Monday Night Football. People will not be happy about that. I think it's about a 2-hour drive. Yeah, think the drive, work day, Monday, all the stuff. You knew it was going to happen, though. You just knew it was going to happen. So we travel well. We'll make it happen. But, it's more them just basically pouncing on the fact that the club and trying to play up this, Birmingham City, Wrexham AFC thing with who owns the club. So there you go. Another news happened here, too. This Wes Harding stuff keeps coming up. So we're looking at Wes Harding. Apparently, I'm not sure. A couple things trying to raid. Obviously, trying to raid Millwall. I don't know if we're trying to raid Millwall, but these are two transfer rumors that are going on out there that keep popping up. They're set to raid the club for the two best players, meaning Millwall. I actually listened to one of the Millwall podcasts earlier, and the guy was talking about it. It's like, why do they want him? So who is Wes Harding? Well, here he is right there. Well, that's not him right there. There he is right there. Wes Harding is number 45. He's 27 years old. He's Jamaican international. He played at the Copa, I believe, Copa America over here. And that's the Copa. But I don't know much about him, but they're saying, if he's 1.2 M's, that's a big account there. So don't know much about him. They're saying we're looking at this guy. I don't know much about him. So let's see here. Also, I need to turn the air on. It's hot as balls in here. Hold on. Sorry about that. It is already 95 degrees down here in Palm Desert. Okay, Wrexham are set to raid the club for two of their best players after securing signing from Premier League side. Wrexham are looking to sign Millwall Jewell just days after bringing two Premier League players to the club this summer. Blah, blah, blah. South London Press, they were looking at further boost squad signing by Millwall Jewell, Wes Harding and Tom Bradshaw. Tom Bradshaw, so we didn't talk about Tom Bradshaw either. Let me bring up Tom Bradshaw. So he's not a profile Tom Bradshaw. Wrexham. He's not a profile of a player that I would want, but let's see here. But there's a lot of news about him rolling about. There's Tom Bradshaw right here. Where's the transfer stuff on him? Yeah, I did look at him. He's a little older for me. A player is 31 years old, but he's got a market value of about 600. Highest was 1.5. Market value of 600,000. I don't know much about the player, but I don't like the fact that that Mulls could be out for a period of time. Now, granted, he's not going to take Mulls' spot, but he's a bigger player, and it would be that partnership there. We have JM, but looking at Tom Bradshaw, looking at this guy Wes Harding, more realistically, I'd probably go for Wes Harding. I like the profile of a 27-year-old defender, better than anything else. The Jamaican defender made 24 appearances for the club in London last season as Millwall finished 13th in the championship. After joining the club from Rotherham last summer, Harding is reportedly considering making a move down to League One in order to secure more regular playing time. That's a good shot right there. This is all true from Sports Bible. If he wants regular playing time, so he's not coming here to sit behind Max. He's coming here to compete with Max for that position. So that's something to say there, which is what we need. We need depth. 23-year-old. Made 3 appearances in the national team, including one at the Copa America, where Jamaica was knocked out of the group stage. Yes, and so were the United States. Forward Bradshaw made 36 appearances last year for Millwall, and his contract is set to expire next year. So it should be a true cheap signing for Wrexham. So, but you got to think about squad. We got to think about the squad. We have a 22-man squad, not minus the goalkeepers. We got to think about the squad. Are we going to fill it up with a 31-year-old? I'm not saying he's old, but I don't know. We're going to see. We got to have some harsh decisions out there. We got Dalby still on the books. We got Bickerstaff. We got Billy Waters still on there. Fletcher, Ollie. There's a lot. So the forward line is the trickiest part for me. The midfield, which we'll talk about in a second, about Joe Morrell. He posted about him leaving. The up front is the one that's sticky to me. Back of the line, I think, can come together. This is a good makeup of this lad, Wes Harding. But up front, I'm not sure about this. So let's see. The Welshman first joined Milan on loan from Barnsley in 2018, made a permanent move the following season. He enjoyed a breakout season last year where he scored 16 goals and made 4 assists. That's a good turnout in the championship. So he's got that, but disappointing. Bradshaw scored just 4 goals last season, assisting 3, and therefore may feel a move to League One could be worthwhile. See, dropping down from 16 goals to 4. I'm not saying he's bad, but there's other players out there we can go after. So he made 36 appearances, only scoring 4 goals. 36 appearances and only scored 4 goals. Now, granted, they were 16th in the league, so what are you going to do? But the Wes Harding, let's take a look at that. Maybe that'll run a little bit. If they're saying he's 1.2, that's a big signing. He can play right back and left back. He can play across that back line. That's a back 4 there. So we'll see. So those are the 2 that we're allegedly looking at. The other one that's going on here is Joe Morrell. So this keeps popping up. Joe Morrell, Portsmouth. He apparently on his X account. Did I put it up there? No, I didn't. That's there. Crikey. Yeah. Okay. There's Joe Morrell. Okay. I was trying to bring up his X account, but apparently put a goodbye yesterday. So let's see what happens here. But this is somebody we're looking at. This came out. So, but there we go. I hope that's always come across. Joe Morrell puts a Wrexham. So again, battling Birmingham QPR. Joe Morrell puts Wrexham QPR and Birmingham on a transfer alert as Portsmouth's decision made. So he's going to be moving on. He confirmed on Pompey departure's emotional message and posted on social media. I was trying to find it to bring it up for everybody, but if I do that, I'm sure I'll screw everything up. There's so many ads on here. 27-year-old who had 105 appearances for the Blues during his 3-year stint in Fratton Park said he's leaving a special football club. And one that he'll always be proud that he's played for. The Wales International expects after Pompey declined to take up an option on his contract expired on June 30th, which was 4 days ago. The Fratton Park outfit were initially keen to renegotiate the terms to keep him, the former Luton man, at PO4 for their forthcoming championship return. But the Blues head coach John Mousinho, not Mourinho, told the News on Monday that in talks with midfielder have finally finished. So. Confirming the departure, a special football club, and that will always be in his heart. So he's out there. Apparently, people like him. I don't know much about him. Again, still learning the division myself. But Joe Morrell, where is he at? Here's his transfer market. There you go. Portsmouth. Undid. 375K. Not bad. He's 27 years old. Defensive midfielder, CDM. I don't know if we're going to bring him in for CDM. We're definitely going to use Brunt at the back there. That's saying something. But more ball playing midfielder. Can he break up a tackle? He's right-footed. 500K is a lot. Whether it be 375, he's Welsh. We shall see. So we have pull. And going back to this right here, we have many targets, many clubs talking to. So possibly. Why is this on here? Hold on. I hate it, the internet. I hate the internet sometimes. Yeah, this is the Millwall stuff. Don't care about that. Okay. Let's see. Let me get this off of my page here. Let's see what some of your messages are here. 2-hour drive. So this is going back to the drive. So away fans are not getting a home after midnight. No, definitely. They're going 2 hours away, back 2 hours. Yeah, it's a long way out. Marie from SoCal says, speculation they are looking at Tom Bradshaw because of Mull's surgery. I can see that happening. I just want a better profile player, of a younger player. That's it. 27, 26, something like that. But there's nothing out there right now. We're not hearing anything. But it's gonna run and run. It's only July 3rd. Things are gonna happen. I think we are also looking over our shoulder because our first game is on the 13th against Hanley, and that's going to be obviously it's a preseason match, but that's our first game with the squad. And Parkins did this yesterday. He's going to use the whole squad in that. And we leave on the 14th to come to the States and to Canada. So Bruce says Lewis is a flexible player. He can play left back 3-5-2, which is the system he came out left middle in the 4-4-2, which is mostly played last year. He can play defensive mid and right back. I like the profile of that right there. Very versatile. He seems to have good pace. He seems to have a weaker foot. And that's good for us because he wants to spray some passes around. What's going on here? Both Bradshaw and Morrell are on the Walsh national team. That's right. That is true. So there's something there for a pull. I'd rather go for the Morrell than the Bradshaw, but I think the only tricky part what we're looking at up top, I said, is the front line. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the strikers. That's it. That's it. I'm worried about the strikers. Just age profile of the strikers. Bruce McFarlane also goes on to say, plus the word from Mansfield out is that he has a bit of pace, as you expect from a Premier League development player. Yeah, he does have a bit of pace. They were mentioning that things I was reading and listening to yesterday as well. He does have a bit of pace, which is good to cover at the back there because O'Connor isn't a speed merchant, but Max is pretty decent. This young gentleman, Lewis Brunt, seems to have a bit of pace, and that'd be good. Got a couple of scrappy goals last year too, of what we watched that yesterday as he came through. We got to loan out some of our lads. I think Bickers goes on loan once we send a new player. I think Bickers gets sold. I think Bix and Billy Waters getting sold. I think Dalby's going to be sacrificed to go out on loan. That's what I think. That's my thought about what's going to happen up front. But I do think there's going to be some changes going on. The forward, and we need a left wing back. Unless he's going to come in and help play left wing back, Lewis, I'm not sure. So we're looking at you, Lou. Nick Donald comes in, says, morning, folks. How you doing, Nicky D? What's going on? Bruce McFarlane says it would be shocking if they loan to bring the squad down to 21 and leave room for a free transfer after the transfer window closes. I think we're going to have to maybe use the loan market. I think we'll probably might be using. It's a good loan league. I mean, they said it a couple times. Actually, Parkinson said it. It's a good loan league. We can get some good loans in. Loan to buy. We'll see. But this kid, Lewis Brunt, seems to be playing midfield and center half. So that's good. We'll see what's going on there. But leaving it open, not fully committed to the squad. He said it's only July 3rd, so there's a lot to happen, a lot to come. Someone's buzzing me here. What's going on? What else? Vickers is one of our academy graduates. I think Parker would develop him further. He may well want to do that. But I think coming through you want to keep your academy players, but right now it's business. We got to go and win. We got to win on the pitch. So we'll see. Adam says Joe Morrell is a similar type player to Luke Young, but much better. Hardworking, can play anywhere in the midfield. That's a good profile player too. If he's on our list and that's real, and he obviously is leaving, he's going somewhere. Is he coming here? Well, we don't know. Where's he going? He's definitely going somewhere. So we're going to see that. And if he's an international, we'll see. If we're battling Birmingham, they want to splash the cash. They have splashed the cash. Don't mention it about Rotherham, though, Aaron. Don't screw that up. We know you're a secret Rotherham fan, scout, that is. So just joking, he's not. Adam Cruz says, might do another Fletcher and get a free agent after the transfer window closes. Possibly, Adam Cruz. Tony, any chance we can designate a Wrexham bar in LA to catch up some games this season? That's a good shout, Tony. I'd love to do that. I have a pub near my house. But yeah, where are you, Tony? Where are you in Los Angeles? Love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. If anyone is out here in Los Angeles with me and wants to do that, I'm happy to accommodate and do that for sure. What is I don't know if I can click on that. WrexhamAFC.co teams. He's talking about the teams. Are you looking at this? I don't think I can click on it there. Yeah, this came up so this is what he's saying. This came up in the on the website. They're missing from the website. Yes, not confirmed. Yeah, we just talked about this when we first came in, but yeah, they're not there. Obviously, they're not there, but this is not confirmed until after, until everything's all done. But it is a little weird. Not gonna lie, it's a little weird to me. It's a little weird, but we shall see. We shall see what's going to happen there. It is a little weird. I'll give you that. A2Z. Yes, Echo Park. Okay. Tony, if you're not in the DM, if you're not in a Discord, DM me in a Discord. We could chat offline about it too. If you want to do that, happy to do so. But Dalby is there. Dalby's going out alone. It's a little sus. It's a little sus. Just a little bit. Salting him a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, a couple things today that happened was the update. The update on the moving of the games, which I actually saw I thought was going to happen. Let me just check the leader real quick before we get out of here. This is also they were talking about it too. The leader change date for Wrexham, Bolton, Birmingham game. Two of the Wrexham's away games early in the season. By the way, these are early in the season for them to be moved. The clash with Bolton at Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Reds' first game. It's our first away game in the third tier. Now on there's going to be a 3 p.m. kickoff, and then the Monday game. The Monday thing is a bit. I know we just talked about it briefly right there. It's a 2-hour drive getting back home on a Monday. It's school day, work day. That's gonna be a lot. Parkinson says, this is Parkinson quote here. He said, "We know there could be varying kickoff times and days with the new television deal," says Parkinson. It's something we have to get used to. It's all about adapting to that as the season goes on and where the television fixtures get announced. It's a moving target. It's a moving target. Pepe Silva, moving target. There you go. As fixtures get announced, it's a good sign if you get selected for a television game because it shows that you're doing well as the season progresses. We will just take whatever comes our way and adapt to where we as we go along. So, when you got a team like Wrexham, all the eyes on it, and especially with the Birmingham City matchup there, they're going to do it. So that's that. Of course, we talked about this the other day about the ambition of the club, so that's cool. But all right, let's rock out of here. I'm going to continue to have the air conditioning on in the house, and hopefully not. It's going to be 110. Actually, I think it's going to be 120 today. Let me just confirm this. All right, 112. 112. Look at that. 100. 112, 113, 118 degrees. Jesus, that's like 50 degrees Celsius. Any more talk on Mole's minor surgery and possibly missing preseason and start of the season? He just said, we don't know anything. We were just talking about Matt Al. We don't know anything. Maybe you go get your ear out there and find out something. But if he had surgery, we don't know what it is. I'm a bit nervous. And they haven't said anything about it, so they're keeping it under wraps. No one knows anything. But the Mendy thing scares me a little bit too, even though he's been out for months. Achilles tendon injury. That's what he had the surgery on. So I don't think he'll be ready for the start of the season too, which leads me to believe we need to have another left wing back for cover. But Matt Al, whatever you can find out, let us know. When did they update their website? It looks so much better. I think they did it maybe like a week and a half ago. I think they did it A2Z, and the website also shows player stats. It's amazing. No, it's that they updated it really good. So moving along, everything's moving along. So all right, just quick news and update. Quick news and update. If anything else breaks, we'll be live to cover it here on the Local Pundit. Subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right-hand corner. On our way to 900. Share, please. Helps out. Drop a like also, too. And we're coming up. I'll be up north for the games in the next couple weeks. So I got to figure that schedule out, too. I'll be at the Bournemouth game and the Chelsea game and the women's game on the 19th at UCLA. So we've got to figure those things out. Mendy was on the preseason videos. Mullen wasn't. Yes. Mullen, we don't know anything about Mullen. I want to know more, but if we find anything out, we'll do that. So, all right. So smash the like on the video on the way out on that bombshell. We will see y'all soon.